There is no normal intro to today's video because this is not a normal video. Today, I'm sitting down to record while absolutely furious. I am fuming because a great injustice has occurred today, and it is on all of us. Me as the content creator, you as the people watching this video, all of us together in the Pokemon Go battling community to come together and lift our voices to try and right this incredible wrong. This weekend, there was a regional championship that was held in Orlando, Florida. This is not out of the ordinary. There are regional championship events for Pokemon Go held many weekends throughout the year, and I'm actually a caster for some of them, but I was not working this event. Now, we saw some incredible storylines come out of this event, including Firestar, one of my faction's teammates. Firestar had the run of a lifetime at this regional. He ended up playing some of the best battlers in the world, like LNDS Harjeff, and was able to emerge victorious. I'm just scrolling through the VOD here. He ended up losing to Steinar in a very hard-fought series, and then managed to take down LNDS Areo, who was right here. He ended up then, shortly thereafter, as I continue to scroll, he ended up taking down Harjeff once again, and then in losers finals, he was able to take down TZ Steinar to set up a clash of titans, so to speak, because he had the Latin American International Champion in Nighttime Clasher awaiting him in the winners finals, or sorry, the grand finals. Now, the grand finals, it was one of the best finals that I've ever seen, where the games were back and forth. There was incredible gameplay on both sides, and at the end, Firestar ended up winning the tournament. This was his first regional championship. Understandably, he was ecstatic. And all of us were popping off. We were so happy for him. The broadcast cuts away. They end up talking with the casters a bit. They end up revealing the meta for the North American International Championships. And then the stream ends from there. However, we ended up learning after the fact that if you go to the bracket for this tournament, and I'm going to pull up the bracket here. In the meantime, something looked a little bit off. And that's that when you take a look at the bracket for Orlando, and I'm pulling it up here in the final stage, it doesn't show Firestar as the winner. But if we go all the way over to here, and let me see if I can track down the exact moment where he ended up winning. It was in this game, right towards the very end. We see him making the last second charge attack here. His Empoleon able to take the knockout onto Corviknight, and you can see the relief, the deep breaths, the adrenaline rushing through him because this was his first ever major win. He takes off the headset, he celebrates, he is just over the moon, and he ends up shaking the hand of his opponent, and he is crowned the Orlando Regional Champion. Now, what we just saw is very different to what the bracket shows. The bracket shows Nighttime Clasher winning that game number 5. So what happened? Are our eyes broken? Like, did I not see what I was going to see? Well, as it turns out, Firestar was given a game loss for conduct that occurred at the end of game number 5. I'm going to rewind here and put this on slow speed so we can see what occurred. We are going to go all the way down to 0.35 times speed. Apparently, there was unsportsmanlike conduct that occurred. Please tell me if you can where you see the unsportsmanlike conduct, because I've watched through this many times and I can't see it. Apparently, it's to do with the fact that he threw his headset. So he ends up taking the headset off here, puts the headset down, he's celebrating. To me, I see no unsportsmanlike conduct. He takes the headset off, he's celebrating, he's emotional. Nothing is disrespectful here. He's fist pumping, he goes over to shake the hand of his opponent, and yet they gave him a game loss. He was given a game loss, which means that this trainer who had fought so hard and competed at several tournaments, paying his way to get there and finally claiming a regional title, just had it taken away from him. And I find that to just be absolutely reprehensible. I've looked through this time and time again. And I am definitely biased in how I view this in my eyes because he's my factions teammate. But still, he takes off the headset. You would have to wonder, did he like falcon throw a headset? Did he like, and there was none of that. I'll speed it back up to normal time. He takes off the headset, he's celebrating, and I just fail to see where there's any kind of disrespect done to an opponent, to a member of staff, to anything. He fist pumps in celebration, and then he goes over, and there's the sportsmanship. He's shaking the hand. Pause right here. You can see the headset on the table. Hold on. It's right there. It's in the middle. We're not talking about a headset that flew places. The headset is on his half of the table. It's very different if the headset had been, let's say, launched across the stage and like hit Nighttime Clasher in the face or something like that. But no, it's on his side of the table. He took off his headset. He's animated. He's celebrating something he's worked for and built for years. And he finally achieves it. Just to have it taken away. You could probably hear in my voice, I am very pissed off about this. I cannot believe that someone who worked so hard and got to this point has had this just robbed from them. To spend all the time, all the hours to get better, improve at the game, go to tournaments. He was the highest placing player from the United States at the World Championships. He placed top 8 at the World Championships. He was 5th at Seattle, which was an event that I casted just a few weeks back. And now he finally gets his regional win. And it's taken away after the fact. I do need to clarify, I don't blame Nighttime Clasher in this. This is not Nighttime Clasher's fault in any way. This is outside of his control. It's not something he wants. But, oh my, I just am at a complete loss. I actually hit Legend today. This was supposed to be, the next video that I was going to record was going to be a Henry hits Legend with a cool Pokemon. Here's the team that I used. But I sat down to record it, and I just couldn't. I just have this, like, churning, sick feeling in my stomach. And it feels awful, and it's got to be nothing compared to what he feels right now. This, to me, if you see a player win an event, and we saw a player win an event, I did not see anywhere in there where there was any kind of disrespect to an opponent, to an official, to anything. It's a player who's quite literally shaking from adrenaline towards the end of this game. As I'm going to rewind, I will put us back to normal play speed. But you can see the adrenaline rush through him. Like the fact that he's almost shaking throughout the course of this game. There's the pivot into the Quagsire. He sends in the Togekiss. He snipes it down, and you can see the emotion there. Like, this is a dream coming true. And just the deep breaths, like it hurts watching it. It really does. I am like, where in any of this is there any disrespect to the institution, to the anything? Even the fist pump. It's a fist pump. Although that's not what it was for. It was for the headset. But the headset's like, it didn't fly across anywhere. It's on his side of the table. Like, I feel like I'm rambling, but I don't even know what to say. This is wrong, and it should be fixed. And I'm making this video because I have a platform. And the only thing that I can think of to possibly try and get this rectified and to get him his rightful medal is the fact that I know Play Pokemon has a system by which you can submit support tickets. Basically, there is a way that you can submit feedback and then people will look at it. And this is my call to action in this video, is I'm going to be, probably as a pinned comment below this video, having a link to where you can submit support tickets. I think I need to provide some very important clarity on what you should put in the support tickets. It's not going to help him if you curse them out in the support ticket. That accomplishes nothing, and I do not condone that. Do not do that. You need to be very articulate and very straightforward. Talk about what happened, who it happened to, and the fact that Firestar had a regional win taken from him that shouldn't have been taken. Now, I don't know if this will get this situation fixed, but I want to use everything in my power to help try and get this rectified. If you're a big social media person, hashtag justice for Firestar. I'm not a big social media person, but if you're wanting to share your support that way, This is something that I'm hopeful that if we as a community come together, we can help right this wrong, because clearly somewhere along the way, something went wrong here. And I don't blame like anyone that it happened, but my goal is I want to make it right. I also very much want to clarify that I don't believe that the staff who were on the stage are responsible for this decision. Do not harass any staff involved with this. That is not the goal. The goal here is to right an injustice. It's not to witch on people, because I'm pretty confident that they are not the ones who made this decision. Decisions like this, of this magnitude, it's not going to be from a table judge, in my opinion. Like I just have to assume something like that is not going to be from those two individuals. So do not send them any kind of hate. But this is something that has to be fixed. Firestar worked so long, put in so many hours to this, and he achieved his goal. He took down one of the best players in the world in one of the best grand finals ever. I was very excited to get to cover this grand finals on the second channel because it was an incredibly well-played series, and Firestar emerged victorious. But man, it doesn't feel right covering it, to see him win and then to go to the bracket and have it be a loss. Again, it's not Nighttime Clasher's fault. He's not the one who made this decision. The judges at the table are not the ones who made this decision either. Don't send anyone hate in this. We have one singular priority with this video, and that is to try and right this wrong. Nothing else. No amount of, if you think you're sticking up for him by like lashing out at people, that accomplishes nothing. Do not do that. I need everyone watching this to fill out a support ticket. Be very articulate. Do not swear. Write what happened, talk about how it was wrong, and then submit it. Because in my eyes, that is a way that we have to affect real change. Because at the end of the day, the person who needs to be made whole here is Firestar. I want to see his title rightfully returned. By winning this, he earned a guaranteed qualification to the Pokemon Go World Championships later this year. He deserves to have that win. He deserves to have that guaranteed invitation to the World Championships in August. And this is my video of trying to bring awareness to this, to try and help right a wrong. Because in my eyes, I believe a mistake has been committed here, and I want to try and make this right. I don't really have an outro here. I don't normally make videos like this, but justice for Firestar.